Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is L5R. This is the Wolf Den channel. I'll let the guys go over their stuff later. We open our game up at the Geisha House, the Pines. Our guys have suffered the night before, duking it out with bandits, traitors, and Ronin. One almost drowning by a fat man, the other being smacked in the kidneys, his kidneys almost exploding upon him, sacrificing both his armor and his sword. Both are damaged, but not totally destroyed. We'll wake up in the morning. Gentlemen, I need to, when you go to you, let me know how early you get up and what you're doing. We'll just start with the Seppin, since he's eager to go. Go ahead, Seppin.
What time does the sun rise?
It should be up by 5:30, but it's really up to you on when you wish to get up.
Sunrise. I rise with the sun.
Okay. What about you, before we go back to you, Seppin? What about you, Asalo? What time do you get up?
I'm definitely going to get up. I'm going to get up before 5:30, and then I'm going to go in. And I'm going to do my stereotypical, my prayers and stuff like I'm supposed to. Thanking the kami for the day, yada yada yada, all that fun stuff that you're supposed to do as a Zujinja. And then we'll proceed from there to take early morning tea. Not the actual ritual, but just go ahead and take tea. So that when the day is ready to begin, when the Seppin is ready to go, we're ready to roll.
Okay, not a problem. So you are waking up for the hair. All right. So Seppin, you're getting up. What are you doing?
Okay, here's my scene for you, Clay. There's a vessel, and imagine like a groaning in the background. Ugh. And you see like a stream of red liquid smack into the vessel, and then the stream cut, and then a couple of drops fall. The Seppin's kidney hurts really bad. It feels like it's going to explode. He looks down at the liquid, and then the geisha smiles at him as she finishes pouring him his tea.
Very good.
Very anybody good. Watching this, I got you. You have a dirty mind. You thought I was pissing blood. It was tea. So I'll drink that tea.
It can still be bloody piss if you're fucking Bear Grylls.
And there is a point to this. I do want to ask the geisha again because I asked about rank of the Pines. They said that she had left about 6 months ago, correct?
Yes.
I want to I'll ask you had said that Ranka left 6 months ago. Do you know where she went or why she left?
Are you asking the mama-san? Or are you asking the girl that was taking care of you through the night?
The mama-san again.
Okay, she'll come over. She's the one that also gave you your tea as you two have sat together and says, "Say again, Samurai-san. Sama, please say again."
A rank of the Pines. Do you know why she left or where she went?
Reika had her contract paid for, and she decided to move on.
Ooh, that's interesting. Do you know who paid for her contract?
I am not sure. It's not in my purview to know such. Just to take care of the girls.
Oh, is this fucking whore trying to get one over on me?
Call her that. Call this geisha that.
I'm not gonna call her that. That's just what I think. I want to do a sense sentiment check to see if I detect any sort of deception. And you are also muted, Clay.
Oh, my bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
So what's going to be your stance on that? It's going to be a TN2.
So it'd be sense, instincts, or hunch. So it'd be void sentiment.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think I have any ranks in sentiment. Nope. So just my void ring. Okay. No, I got 1 success, 2 opportunity.
Okay. Let me bring up. What would you like to use your opportunity on?
Mm, I want to show her. I can't detect whether she's lying or not, but I want her to see that I'm trying to detect her sincerity, and I want her to see that I look troubled.
She will turn to you and it is the truth, Samurai Sama, that her contract was completed. She paid her way. As far as who, I'm not sure how she did it, but the Lord has released her from her services, the owner of this establishment.
That's very interesting. Who owns this establishment, if you don't mind me asking?
It is a crane establishment. It goes to the crane, but the proprietor is Suni-san.
Sunni, that's the person I'm not familiar with, right?
You wouldn't know who the Sunni is. He's probably in your dealings. He probably owns the house and pays runs the house and probably pays possibly Sunni Takeshi, the lord of the castle. He probably pays him something, but or he collects. You wouldn't be sure at this moment.
Yeah. So it's not. I gotcha. And do you know where Sumi stays?
He lives on the premises.
Do you know when he usually gets up? Could I meet him perhaps?
Of course. And she'll bow low, taking that as a sign of being excused, and it looks like she's about to go get him.
I'll tell her thank you.
She bows again and leaves.
And then I'll get up and go and look for the Phoenix.
He's sitting at tea with you. You guys are in the common area.
I'll say, how is that crushing injury healing up?
Are you saying that with any level of cynicism?
No, concern. Deep concern.
Okay. This will be fun because he's just going to be blunt about his response here. If you hadn't offended the Ronin, I would have never been in that muck. Look, I'm pretty sure I'm never going to get all of that out of my body. The stink and all.
That's true. I figured that there was a chance that that Ronin might try to do something to us. However, I didn't think he was going to bring all those bandits and ambush us like that on the way. Bold. That was very bold.
Unfortunately, you were wrong.
Yeah.
But the good news is both of us made it out somewhat okay. As I give you a once over, I don't see any physical injuries on you because I don't think I realized that your kidney's messed up, do I?
No, but I would say as you're like looking me over, my hand kind of just instinctually goes down to my side, like a very subtle kind of tell.
I mean, as far as I know, that could be anything. That could be riding funny. So
I'll say that's true. I did manage to somehow defeat that Ronin in a fight. He was a lot tougher than I had imagined.
indeed. However, it could be worse, but not by much. Which, at least we got to meet these fine women. And when I say that, I'm clearly being super cynical.
Yeah, I'm not gonna embarrass myself again by trying to tell revisionist history about the duel. I'll just smile.
What? You're just no fun.
I shouldn't say duel. I should say ambush skirmish. I won't try to regale them with the heroic tales of me defeating the Ronin again.
Good idea.
Moments later, a quite old gentleman, wearing blue of a crane, but wearing no mons, approaches. He's well dressed, well catered for. Bows very low. You have asked for me, Samurai Sama.
I'll stand up and give him a bow and say, Sumi-sama?
Yes, I am Sumi.
My name is Seppen Dojima, and this is my compatriot. And you're Asawa. What's your name again, Kyle? I always forget the.
Shohei.
And this is Asawa Shohei.
It is a pleasure to meet you both. How may I serve you?
I was wondering if you could share with us some information about an individual we're interested in. Her name is Ranka of the Pines.
Franca was a geisha here, a very dedicated young woman, very good with the biwa. She paid for her contract and has moved on. I'm sorry that she's not here for her to serve you.
Do you know how she was able to pay for her contract? Was she sponsored by somebody?
She had many patrons, and he kind of stops and says, I know of a few that had stopped by.
Okay, power play time. She had a few patrons. Forget the line of questioning I was going on. I turn around and I look at Asawa and I give him the look like, here I go again. And I turn back to the Sumi and I say, many patrons? You mean like Sumi no Doji Takashi?
Oh dear God.
Okay, let me double check my notes here.
As he says this, Shohei is going to take his tea and he is going to start gulping down hot tea because he doesn't know how else to process the fact that he's about to get us in another fight.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a sentiment check.
I just can't help myself, Kyle.
I know you can't. You know what, Clay? I'm going to make this a survey. I'm going to make it a water check.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to survey the right way to handle this. So,
Now, I regained a void point, correct, Clay?
You all did. Yeah,
you
get one on top of whatever you were able to hold up to your max.
I'm using that with sense, which is void stance, so it'll be void sentiment, and I'll use that void point towards it to increase my ring.
All right. So Clay, I'm going to have a success and a strife. I'm going to use my free maneuver at the end of a water stance conflict. Does that stand for this ability? I'm not going to be able to eat the strife that I got here. I think I got to eat it on myself. Because this is actually not a conflict, is it?
Oh, this is a conflict.
He is starting something.
Yeah,
Okay.
This would be an intrigue, wouldn't it?
Yes,
Okay.
it would be.
But I will remove 2 strife using my water, but I have a success and a strife.
I don't take. I have 4 strife on this, but I'm in void, so I don't take it. But my net is 3 success, 2 opportunity.
He stops. We'll go to we'll start at Kyle first because he's got the lower the rolls. So what is it that you're trying to do, Kyle?
As I'm drinking this tea, I'm trying to figure out the right way to respond to him clearly trying to start another fight with this freaking lion.
I'll give you one. You think of a way of doing that, but this is a crane, not lion.
Okay,
he's probably a heman of the crane, and he's playing out, said it, but you don't get on the subtlety of him hiding it. You, Seppa, know that he's you've got him caught, but he's not going to say anything to dishonor himself or his master. It is possible. You know he's lying.
I'll smile at him and say, so it is. There are a great many possibilities in this world, of course. Anyways, I'm sorry, I got a bit distracted there. This Ranka of the Pines. Do you know where she went?
That I do not know, Samurai-sama.
Well, I very much enjoyed your establishment, and everybody has been very gracious to me. I believe to the Asawa as well. So I'll make sure to speak highly of it. You honor me.
He bows low, and him and Tiger Lily, the Mama-san, bow again. Unless you stop them, they're taking that as an excuse to leave.
Nope, I'm letting him go, and I'm gonna turn back to Asawa like, got him again.
The Asawa is just going to rub his eyes and point out, this is exactly how you got us jumped in the dark.
So it now makes, and I'm gonna say this once we're alone, because we will be left alone for a second, right?
Yeah, you guys are alone. Nobody has really come in. You're still at the common area of the pines, so you guys are by yourself. The girls are gone, probably sleeping until summoned, and the Mama-san and their proprietor have left.
Okay, so I will say then to the Akodo, or not, sorry, not the Akodo. My mind's getting crossed from the previous game to the Asawa. I'll say, okay, so we know a couple things now. We know that Ranka of the Pine is the Akodo Maeda. We also know that the reason Sumi no Doji Takashi was very startled and nervous around her is that he patroned her while she was here as a geisha. But we don't know exactly why he is nervous. Was he in love with her? Did he somehow slight her? Is that why she's planning some kind of vengeance on the wedding?
Oh boy. I'm going to whisper it back, and this is the time for that bluntness to come through. Who can understand the mind of a whore?
I'll smile at him and say, indeed. I'll just accept it. I'll just accept that these geishas are whores.
Dude, I'm blunt and painfully honest. You got to give me this.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's wrong. I know it's like socially wrong, but I'm just going to accept it in this context. I'm going to say indeed.
Well, I mean, she did try to have us murdered last night, so my respect for her is 0.
Well, I'm not so sure she knows what her Ronin did. And there's a way we can test this, my dear Asawa. When we return, I am going to present I was originally going to present the katana or the daisho to Sumi no Doji Takashi. However, perhaps I should give it directly to the Akodo, and we should look and see if it surprises her. But
at that you hear,
but we should only give it to her after we've spoken to her for a bit, because we must see when the surprise comes. Because if the surprise comes when she sees us, then we know that she sent him to kill us. But if the surprise comes when we present the daisho and confusion crosses her face, then we know that she did not know.
And with that, you hear the cawing of a rooster in the background. You both know that the ceremony procession of the wedding procession going to the Golden Valley is about to happen within the hour. You guys both know that you need to attend, and you may not have enough time to present yourselves accurately for the wedding party.
I'm not wearing my fucking robe. I'm still in a bathrobe. I'm going to suggest we leave now so that at least I can pick up my proper attire.
Oh dear, we need to get back immediately, or else for my lady there will be hell to pay.
You're like, not to mention you're wearing broken armor.
I'm wearing broken armor, and I just disappeared after clearly being intoxicated all night.
Dude, we're gonna show up to this wedding looking like fucking homeless people.
We need to go quickly. And I'll get up and go to the closest geisha and say, "We need our horses."
You guys are alone. How are you going to get their attention?
I will wolf whistle at one of them. At this point,
there's nobody there. Remember,
oh, Lord.
You guys are by yourselves. The proprietor and the Mama-san left, and there were no other girls. How are you going to get their attention?
This is code for we're about to have something very bad happen to us. But fuck it, Mr. GM. I don't metagame. I'll play along. I'll get up and I'll go towards the closest door and say, Mama-san, are you still there? At
that, the Soji screen slides over, and she's on her knees. Of course, Samurai-sama. How may I assist you?
Well, Asawa and I have just realized how late the hour is, and we have a wedding to attend. We need our horses to get back immediately.
Ah, of course. It has come to our attention that the wedding will be in the Golden Valley, at the shrine of the Golden Valley. Of course, we have prepared your mounts. We did not know you were attendees. Quickly! And she snaps, and you hear movement all around you, but you can't see it from your location.
And I'll give her a bow, and I'll say, thank you. That was very considerate.
Of course. And she bows low again, her face touching the floor.
And the entire time I'm thinking, where's the next dagger coming? So I'll turn to the Asawa and say, shall we? And then I'll look back to the Mama-san.
Her face is still plastered to the floor, as if she doesn't realize that she's excused or you're allowing her to get up.
No time to tell her to move. So I'm just going to get on my horse. I'm going to thank her for her hospitality. And then I'm going to spur into the side of my horse and get that thing moving.
Okay. So, what type of approach are you guys going to take? This will be survival. If you just, take your time and just get there safely, you know you're going to miss the march. And you both know that you're representing both your family and the Imperials. And,
quick, fast, and in a hurry. Unsafe driving. Running over Edda if I have to.
And
to fire.
And to make the matters worse, Clay, I want to suggest you impose a special disadvantage on us that I'm about to inflict as we're both using fire. Because I want to get up next to his horse while we're fucking racing, and I want to try to have a meaningful conversation with him while we're hauling ass. I want to be like, so, I need your advice, Asawa. This is very important. It could mean whether we live or die.
I hate you.
Okay. So what this is going to be, to make it in time, it is going to be a TN3. Survival fire. To do what you want to do, I'm going to need you to do that. You're going to have to get spend advantage or opportunity.
Okay.
But you got to make the TN of 3. If you make the TN of 3, you will get there early enough where you may or may not embarrass yourselves as worse. You're already going to be pushing it.
Okay, well, with him talking to me, I'm not going to make this. I've got 1 success and 1 strife.
Oh, well, I have 2 opportunity, 2 success and 1 strife.
I had 2 blank dice.
What is your advantages, gentlemen?
My advantages?
Remember, you can use your advantages to re-roll failed attempts if they make sense.
Oh, you're right. Actually, you know what? I am famously lucky.
Then I will allow that. You can re-roll those 2 blank ones if you wish.
That will help him. However, mine do not apply.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
I have City, Otosan Uchi doesn't apply, and Blessed Line, which doesn't apply.
Oh, I got an explosion, which gives me 3 successes, Clay. 3 successes and a strife. I actually pulled up.
And you, Andrew, got 2 successes and 2 opportunity?
Correct, and a strife, which I'll mark down right here.
Are you going to use one of those opportunity to take away a strife, or?
I want to use both of the opportunity because I know I'm losing him as he's fucking getting away. Can I use both of the opportunity to yell louder so he gives me a response?
Okay, this is what's going to happen. As you guys are riding forth, you guys are keeping up with each other, but for some reason, the Asawa is just kicking himself into high gear and is able to hang on. His robes and kimonos flying behind him as he takes off. You know, Stefan, that you're trailing behind, but fuck it. It's how you've been. You start to scream at him, hey, you, and you guys can have a conversation. He didn't get back, but you can talk to him. And you hear this, Asawa, as you yell back. Yeah, you can hear it and you can respond back because he got enough successes or opportunity to he'll be able to hear you and project himself. But since he failed the target number, you're going to get ahead of time. So you're actually going to outdistance him, and he is going to come in later than you. So depending on what you do and what's being seen, he's coming in later. So go ahead and give your guys' conversations, and then when I stop it, I'll talk about as you guys approach the castle.
This might be my saving grace because I'm allowed to yell this at him. And I yell what I yelled before to start it off. Like, I have to ask you a question, and it's important. It could mean our life or our death.
I'm going to turn around as I'm breaking away from him and say, seriously, right now, at this moment?
Right now, I just need one response. And I'm going to yell back at you. Do we confront the Akodo before the wedding or after the wedding?
And I'm going to tell him after, before could cause too much troubles for my lovely in-laws.
So then I'll let him break away and start getting really far ahead of me, and I'll say to myself, curses! Now I have to take the full brunt of the dishonor of being late. The lady's gonna beat me this time.
And as you ride by, the people that are working out in the fields have stopped what they're doing, and they're kind of staring at you, Sepin, after this screaming match. The Asawa really didn't see it because he was focused and he's hauling ass going forward. But now that you're seeing the after effects of your screaming match, and you know that these people overheard your exact and full conversation, and they're just watching you go by as you ride off past them, Sepin.
What are they, Edda?
Edda, Heman, yeah, they're lower class. They're not samurai. They're just workers in the field.
Can I do a roll to try to memorize what they look like?
I
have one eye. I have one eye, so I figured this is going to be a disadvantage.
It's going to be a 4 target number, and what you want to do is formally. It's going to be. I just had that. What I wanted you to do. It is going to be a government. You're in close position. Oh no, culture check.
Okay. Culture 4. And 1 second.
It'll be either survey or analyze. I think makes most sense.
Culture.
Actually, analyze. I think because you're going for specific detail.
Yeah, it would be analyze. Because what I basically need to do is I want to get enough about their appearance so that if I figure out they said something, I can return and deal with them.
All right. Go ahead and give me that 4 because you failed your roll, so you're flying, but your horses or your pony, they are ponies, it's kind of jostling you a bit because you're still hanging on, but you're not keeping up.
Okay. I've got 1 success, 1 opportunity.
It's up to you what you want to spend the opportunity on. The 1 success, you know that they're going to be male.
Yeah, they're like a fucking blur.
Yeah, pretty much. It's male.
Why, God, did you curse me with a single eye? And
the commie didn't curse with a single eye. Being stupid at combat did. Let's be fair.
Shit! If I would have got 1 more opportunity, I could have noticed a detail about one of them with air.
That is true.
However, learn another character in the scene's demeanor. Ooh, I'm gonna pick one of the Edda at random, basically the last one I see, and see how they react to what they overheard.
Shock.
Okay, I can live with shock. Yeah, and I'll continue on.
Okay, I will cut back to the Asawa. Asawa, you're going to be a few minutes ahead of Sepin, and as you come forward, the castle is opening up for the day. You guys are taking your time. It is later in the day. It is about 8. You know that you've got minutes to get yourself prepared into the procession because you are joining the Phoenix, the bride's family, in their lineup. And as you enter, you see that they're already kind of gathering in the courtyard. And you see the different groups that have gathered in the courtyard. And your family's there, and everyone sees you lose 1 honor as you are disheveled, dirty. You're clean. I mean, they couldn't get all the stains out. You're cleaner in your appearance, but you are still disheveled looking.
I'm also wearing my fucking bathrobes.
That's true, too. So you still lose that 1 click of honor and 1 glory.
I lose 1 glory as well. No, I'll have 512 glory. Well, that would be awesome, unfortunately.
And Lady Chisi, the mother of the bride, is making her way over towards you.
I gonna have to bolt inside to get my fucking robes, but I need to do so in a way that won't dishonor my family. So
Homer Simpson into the bush.
I'm gonna skullduggery con by telling one of the nearby guards to tell my family I'm not feeling well at the moment and that I'll be right back, that I need to go take something for the sickness, that I'm nervous.
Okay, it'll be TN2.
Okay, see, 2 + 1, so 1 for that. TN2, let's see what happens. Keeping 2 dice. Oh, I got an explosion. Well, I actually already have the success I need.
Okay.
Let's just see if I roll what I roll on that dice. Okay, it came up blank. So I've got got 2 successes. That's all I got.
Okay.
So I just tell him that I need to go inside and take something to settle my stomach, and to tell my family I'll be right back. And while I'm in there, I'm going to make sure to throw on my ceremonial robes so I come out looking presentable.
Okay. At that, you hear, I am sorry, Lady Chizu, but Asawa-san is unable to attend you right now, for he is feeling sick, and he will be with you shortly. And she starts to berate him before you kind of lose distance and can't hear anything else. You have successfully passed the buck to him.
This is awesome. Yay! I don't lose honor for that, do I?
Okay, no, because he didn't catch on. That's what you did to him.
Okay.
Minutes later, you come flying in. You see the castle before you. You see the gathering of folks. What are you going to do? But Mia is not there.
I'm going to avoid them if I can.
Okay, you're going to go a long way around the castle to get inside? Because there's one main portcullis. How are you going to get inside the castle then?
I will then wait until I think the procession is going to leave.
Okay, it could take you about another 15 minutes before you think everyone is gathered and they start walking. You notice that there is a trail that's probably been used a few times. Like the picture that you see in my overlay is kind of where you guys are going, but you've got rolling hills on each side. This is very beautiful. It's very clean. It hasn't really been touched by battle or whatnot. It is clean. You still smell the hint of smoke in the air because battle is happening between the lion and the crane in the distance. 15 minutes later, you hear chat and chatter coming. Then out walk through the main gate. Are you trying to hide, or are you going to try to be seen?
After the procession leaves, I don't care who sees me.
Okay.
I just don't want the wedding. I don't want anybody going to the wedding to see me.
Okay. The procession passes you by. Excuse me. Hang on. 1 second. The procession passes you by, and you see the list of NPCs that I've got listed. You see, you do not see, you do see the lion. She is there, and she is with the scorpion and and you don't see the unicorn is there, but you do see Soshi is there, his contingent of folks. You see the Phoenix group, and you see the Isawa, your buddy, your drinking buddy, is there, and he's kind of last. And it's not hard to take place that the father, the bride, and the mother of the bride are pissed the hell off. You also see the clan champion of the Phoenix kind of give the Isawa dirty looks. And Isawa is kind of last in his little group.
I don't see Mia, though. She's still not there, right?
Mia comes with the bride, or the groom, and he is last. She's walking side by side with the groom. You notice that the other Seppin that haven't arrived yet aren't there. You notice that they were supposed to arrive after. They'll probably arrive this evening after the wedding and celebrate, but after the wedding. And if you're not hiding, you know that you've been spotted.
Oh, I'll hide. The whole purpose of this was not to be seen.
Oh, to hide?
Party.
Okay, so you're really out of the way. You know that they've gone by you.
Yeah, I'm literally going to let them leave without me, just not to be seen. Because I don't want them to know. I don't want the Akodo to have any suspicion of what I've been up to.
Okay, now that you are here, it's going to be 3 clicks of honor.
Okay.
And you know that Mia has taken a larger hit as well because you are not there. So what are you going to do? The progression is walking, and it's going to take them, again, they're going to meet before their shrine, and then the immediate family, the priest, are going to go further into the shrine, and the ceremony will happen.
I want to use tactics to judge their traveling distance, their speed, their rate. How
It's going
long?
to take them about a half hour to walk there.
Okay. Well, then I will calculate that in my head. How much time do I have to change and freshen up and grab a horse and ride after them to catch up?
If you're going to ride, they'll be 5 minutes away from the shrine, and you'll be able to make it.
That's my plan then. So I'll get myself as presentable as possible. However, with the horse I'm taking, Clay, I'm taking the Ronin's die show.
Okay. Are you taking them with you? Or are you still wearing yours, or are you going to wear his?
I'm wearing mine, and I'm taking the die show with me on the horse. Because I haven't decided yet. I might need to bust that out to protect myself. So it's coming with me on the horse. And once I get there, it's going off of the horse, and I'm wrapping it and carrying it with me in my hand.
Okay.
But I'm wrapping it because I don't want anybody to know it's the Ronin's weapons by looking at it.
Okay. Being as your guest and not in the capacity as a Yojimbo, though you'd still be there as her Yojimbo, carrying weapons is taboo. So the wedding procession, as you have watched them walk by and stuff, nobody is carrying weapons.
Oh, they can fucking eat my dick. I'm a suppin. I'm taking my weapons.
Okay. Except for some of the guards, but you know, as you guys enter closer, that they will kind of fade back and be in the area, but they won't be directly there. So you get your stuff. You're hiding the dashos of Ito, and you make it. You make it to the scene in the picture. You see before the you don't see the cart and stuff, but you see the progression has made it to the entryway of the walkway there, and they're like breaking apart. And you've made your way there on horseback, and what they've seen, you've made a scene. So we will open it to you. Asawa and the rest of the party members see you riding up as they've kind of stopped. They're going to kind of say their goodbyes as the others kind of make their way into over the bridge and into the shrine.
I will say nothing to anybody, and I will walk up and stand next to Mia, and on my face, I'm going to wear a look like I'm going to kill somebody.
Okay. So you approach. Go ahead.
And actually, is there a way for me to make my murderous intent palpable?
To be seen, yeah, you're coming. I imagine you're not wearing your mask and stuff, and you're in your armor, correct?
No, I've changed out of that. Like, I'm showing up, like, because that's damaged anyways. I'm going to show up in normal garb, like what I would wear to the ceremony. However, I am still going to have my weapons on me, and in my hand, I will have those wrapped up weapons.
Okay.
But what I'm getting at here is I want a menace. Like, I want to exude menace, as if something has happened and I am not happy and there is something about to happen.
Okay. No, the entire party is stopped. They're kind of again right before the entryway of this bridge. It looks like they were preparing to make their way over, and the guests would be waiting here and waiting for the ceremony, and then they'd come back over the bridge after the ceremony being married. And you've made your way up, and basically, like any group of people, once they see a dark cloud coming over, and you're kind of storming over to Mia, who is at the base of the bridge, along with the bride and groom, has stopped, and they're watching you. You've made it. They get out of your way, though. You do get the Suni Kotochai. That's the captain of the guard, the female captain, the large, big, large crane, and the general, Natsu no Shiba, kind of are looking at you with kind of, what the fuck? They look like they're going to step in your way, and they kind of do. So they are not impeding you. You can always go around them, but they are stepping forward because of your murderous intent, i.e., it is felt in the air that you're pissed off.
And if they step in my way, I will stop and say, which one was it? Who's the woman of the guard? Her name is Sumi Koda Noha.
Kodonoha, yeah.
I'll say, greetings, Sumi Kotanoha.
Greetings, Seppen-san.
I'm here for a wedding, but I will keep the menace.
It is good of you to show.
Indeed, sometimes these journeys are difficult when the grass is full of so many snakes.
She gives you a quizzical look. You hear this, Asawa, because they're being quite loud. And you're not at the main or the group as well. You're kind of on the outskirts because you know that you're kind of the pariah of the group of the Phoenix at the moment for showing up late and kind of embarrassing the mother, clan champion, and the father. Kind of embarrass them a little bit, but you hear what's happening. Of course, that is why one must always be vigilant and carry a big stick, and she is staring at your swords.
Exactly. Because my job is to protect royalty, specifically Lady Maya, and I intend to do that regardless of the consequence.
Nothing. She says nothing. She just watches you.
Ah. Well then. And I'll wait for her to move.
She doesn't move, but Mia comes forward. Ah! What is your first name of your character?
Dojima.
Ah, Ujima-san. It is excellent of you to show. And you know that she's got a bright smile. Okay. She's got a bright smile on her face as she steps between you and Sume.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to reveal the katanas. Because I'm realizing at this point, the more she tries to defuse this, and the more she tries to take a stance against me in any way in this confrontation, she's gonna lose honor when I reveal what's happened. So fuck it. I'm not going to wait till the end of the wedding. I'm dropping it now. I will take what I have wrapped in my hands and I will unwrap it and say, Asawa and I were attacked on the road last night by one of your guests, Yojimbos. Oh, and a pack of bandits.
The crowd kind of, you hear whispers coming from those further away as the bands come out and the rumor mill starts to go. And they're all looking at you, Seppen.
And yeah, I will hold the die show up. And what was the Ronin's name? I don't think I have that written down here.
Ito.
Ito. I will say, unfortunately, it was Ito. He showed up with several men and ambushed me and Asawa when we were crossing the fields.
You see that Yakoto steps forward. Ito attacked you in the fields. And why would Ito attack you in the fields? And what were you doing at the fields so late at night, if that is the case? And you hear the...
And what I say is, I dare not pretend to know the minds of treacherous, dishonorable men. I simply kill them, and I'll throw them on the ground.
Sawa, what are you doing as you see this taking place?
Sorry, caught me in mid yawn. I am I am not sure exactly how I should handle this actually from a meta standpoint, but from a character standpoint, I'm going to go up and as the lion gets there, and I'm going to make sure to note that of course we are not accusing anyone of anything in particular. Just to see how she reacts to that.
So the scene is this, is you have Sume, bride, or the groom, the bride are together.
Mm-hmm.
Off to the side is, let's say, okay, they're in the center. you guys are at 6 o'clock. Is the captain of the guard, the general, Sepin, and Mia. So you're a little further away. So you've got the bridge, the bride and groom, and whatnot, and then you have yourselves, and you're stepping forward. And the Akoto is there as well, in that group as well. So you guys are clustered together. The other party goers are kind of half mooned around you. And it is good you are not accusing of anyone of any foul deeds. Again, Ito pledged himself to me, and I must take responsibility, but he is Ronin. What he does when he is not around me, she just stops.
I'm going to pull out my fan that I would be carrying at this point because, fuck it, you don't go anywhere without it. I'm going to put it in front of my face, and I'm going to suggest this, that Ito may not have been acting on your orders, but only on your honor from behind my fan. So that I'm not saying that.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Nuclear launch detected.
She turns to you with a smile and says, yes, speaking of honor, and one's honor is very important. Punctuality is also important, I hear, for one's honor as well. And then she turns and says, Takeshi-san, enough is enough. I have come to rescue you from your plight. It is passion that brings me here. And it demands to be recognized. As she turns to you, kind of ignoring you.
Uh-oh, my turn. I'm going to say, passion's a long trip from the geisha house.
Well, as she turns away from me, still with my fan in front of my face, I'm going to say, if your honor hadn't been impinged, I wouldn't have had to spend the night in the geisha house being healed.
She ignores you guys, the two of you saying what you're saying, and says, I... She goes, that's true. Let all the shadows come to light. I am the daughter that was carried out of here years ago when your father butchered my family. I've come to save you from such butchery that the Phoenix will bring to you. And it is my right to correct the wrongs your family has done. Marry me instead of this child, and let our bond fix what our fathers have done. She turns back to the two of you. Ito should not have done what he did, but again, you took care of it, did you not, Sepin-san?
I did. And that is actually the end of my grievance.
But my grievance is not done. And Takeshi just, he's like a fish caught in headlights. Let us bring the Namatsu and the Sume families together. Let us reconcile the spirits that have been haunting you and your family since the time of the blood and massacre your father has committed. Let us clean the bloodstain from our lands. And Takeshi's like, he's like, well.
What's the bride and her father doing?
The bride and the father, now they've come forward. So you guys are kind of almost in a group, a ball clustered together, all of you. And Mia's just watching. And you see the bride step forward. She seizes a spear from one of the Ashigaru nearby the guards, because again, you guys haven't lost them yet. And she says, Damatsu no Koto-san, you have no claim to Doji no Sume, Takeshi. I have no desire to shed your blood, but for my clan I will not hesitate to kill you. Be gone at once and trouble us no longer. We will overlook what your Yojimbo has done to my guests. You see, when she says that, you see the general and his Ashigaru kind of fan out upon hearing that. And that's when you guys look as well, and kind of creeping around, coming over the sides, because this is kind of a gulch around the shrine. As you can see in the picture, you see about 8 individuals kind of come forward, and they kind of look like they're hiding behind trees and kind of going around. And your intentions, though you're looking around, you couldn't see them, you couldn't sense them because you had to get here. And the wind blows, and a shrill cry of a bird in the distance can be heard. And you notice that you guys are in some shit.
These are now my eye quickly goes to those surroundings. Are these men dressed like bandits, or are they lion?
They're dressed as bandits, but they move as if they're trained.
I will draw my katana and step next to the bride.
Okay. General Shamiza, that's the general of the castle's army, and the captain kind of flank you. What are you doing, Asao, as this happens? You notice that the mother and father shrink away, and they kind of go into the to the bridge area to get on there. You know that there's not a lot of people here that are able to fight. Just a quick survey. You know, the general's able to fight. You know, the captain of the guard is able to fight. You know that Shiba, your cousin, is going to fight. She's got the spear, and you notice that there are a couple Ashigaru there as well. But the rest of the party do not have weapons. Even the captain did not bring weapons because it is not permitted. Again, you're relying on the hospitality of those to protect you. What are you doing, Asawa?
The Dai show is still sitting there, by the way. The Wakizashi and the katana, the Ronin.
Is it on the ground?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Seeing myself getting advanced on, I don't have a choice but to reach down and grab the Wakizashi and prepare to defend myself as necessary. I'm going to begin backing. Do what?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, as I begin backing up, I'm going to point out that this is an honorless act, especially at a wedding. How dare they just besmirch the happy union between two people, all for their own petty grievances.
Again, it's just them facing off. So you've got the Shiba facing off against the Akodo. You've got possibly the bandits are facing around, going around. And there are 8 of them, and there's only really the 5 of you. So we are going to do initiative. It will be your vigilance score and tactics.
I was going to say, you roll your vigilance. So
no, you roll your you roll tactics as the skill. You may choose what approach or stance you're going to use, and you add your vigilance to this.
Okay, that's right. Okay, so I'm going to go with Shazbot. I'm going to go with Withstand. I'm going to go with Earth because I'm trying to stand up to these guys. Because it doesn't matter if I don't have any tactics.
This is
what's that?
Yeah, I'll do it in Earth as well.
Okay. Legitimate question, because I have one opportunity right now, or whatever. Yeah, opportunity, whatever it's called. And how does the vigilance add into it? Does it become successes or what?
No. So what it is vigilance starts your number. So your base number is 2. You roll your tactics and you hit Earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever successes would add to 2. If you get if you get an opportunity on Earth, your initiative check, choose another character's disadvantage. You know, they do not apply that disadvantage to their check this scene. So basically, what you could do is cover up someone's disadvantage if I was going to call it out. But you don't know anybody's disadvantage, so you kind of if you accumulated strife, you could take away strife.
Yeah, I'll spend it to lose a strife because I'm actually pretty high on strife right now.
Did you accumulate one on this turn?
No.
So you can't take away. It's only taking away strife that you accumulated on this roll.
Okay. So what other general purpose can I spend on strife? Or not?
Let me double check.
Earth ring?
You
can reassure another character in the scene, allowing them to remove 2 strife. You can act to minimize the consequences of a failure or other dangers that could arise from the task.
Okay, hang on. Let me...
Pages 328 to start the general stuff.
Was this vigilance, Clay? Did you say?
It's vigilance since you guys were, they are creeping up on you and stuff. You guys weren't prepared, so it'll be vigilance and not focus.
And it's TN1, right? TN1 tactics?
TN1 tactics, yeah. And any bonus successes add to it.
Okay, so I got a 5 then.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait a second. I actually got higher than that.
Hey, Clay, can I use it to reduce the severity of the next critical strike I suffer? Oh, that's for this week. I may not suffer any. Hang on, never mind.
So what you can do is general examples. You can use any earth or go to your initiative.
Yeah. You know what, Andrew? I'm going to let you remove 2 strife. I'm going to try to reassure you that we're going to get out of this mess.
Ah, thank you. That actually helps me a lot.
Let's see if
Very good.
Out of it. That's a good call, I think.
I think so.
When I succeed on an initiative check during a skirmish or duel, add bonus successes equal to your school rank. So I get another 1, so it's actually 6 initiative.
Okay, so you're going to go first, then the Akoto, then the Crane, then Asawa. Yeah, the Asawa's going last, and then the party goers will go with him. So what are you going to do? Who are you facing? You've got 8 individuals kind of creeping around, and then you've got next to you, you've got the Akoto, and it looks like she's squaring off with the bride.
Do you know what page the actions are on, Clay?
Actions.
Guarded action.
Okay.
So
action.
I don't think they have this on the GM screen. Stance.
If you have 1 second, let me look it up. Assist. Let me look up guard. Guard. Here you go. If you have that cheat sheet I sent you, you have it. So as a support action, use a readied weapon. You take a TN1 tactics check targeting yourself or another character within weapons range. If you succeed, you guard the target until the beginning of your next turn. Increase the TN of attack checks against the guarded target by 1 plus an additional 1 per 2 bonus successes. So you get 1 automatically if you succeed the tactics 1 check, and for every 2 after, you'll add to that.
Okay, where's Mia? Is she like went back with the non-combatants?
No, she's right there.
I'm going to go.
She hasn't had time. When everything happened, she hasn't had time to move.
Okay, well that's fucking lame, and she is an idiot. I'm gonna guard her then.
Okay, so go ahead and make your tactics check.
Okay, so it's and does it say what I have to do tactics as?
No, however whatever approach you want to use with it.
I'll stay in Earth then.
Okay.
Okay, so I got an explosion. Ooh, that exploded too. Good though, because that was the only one. So 1, 2. So I got 3 successes, 3 strife, 2 opportunity.
So you can boost it up by 2. So you got the 1 to hit it, and you got 2 more successes. So her TN will be 4.
Okay, and I'm gonna use the 2 opportunities on Crescent Moon style, which makes it so now until my next turn, I can strike 2 people that attempt to attack Mia. It's 1 per opportunity.
Nice, I like that.
Okay, so
that up myself.
I'll jump in front of her with my katana out in front of me, and I'll say, "Lady Mia, it is time to take a walk back."
And she responds, "Were you using your sword to chop wood?" No, did you use your katana to chop wood? And then she looks around. Oh, you're right.
And I'll say, "It's a very long story, and I will make sure you hear all about it once we get out of this."
And I will allow if you want, with part of your movement, is you're pushing her back, as you protect her, if you so choose to do so.
Yeah, I will.
Okay,
And
she'll back up.
For at least a turn, then I'm going to move her back towards the general crowd of people.
Okay. It is now the Akoto's turn. She does have a katana with her. Surprise, surprise to no one. And she says, "Takeshi, if I must, I will bring this bitch down." And she'll attack her.
Oh, snap. She even has a geisha mouth.
She does. And if you're watching, she pours like a geisha at the party. but no one was paying attention to her geisha-like ways. Okay, here we go. 1 second. I need to actually. I printed out her NPC. Those NPC sheets, if you've got them, are pretty handy for a quick cheat sheet for the character. What did I do with this? There we go. So, she'll use fire. Input. So 4, 5. Okay. I need to look at my crit chart. 2, 3, 4, 5. What ended up happening is you see a Kodo step forward, say her thing, and then swing. You see that the Shiba tries to bring up her spear to block. The Akodo steps into the blade, into her, excuse me. And as she brings up the spear, she just bends her wrist back, steps into the Shiba, and then comes down with it. So she got into the guard and locks into the shoulder right below, in between shoulder and elbow, and severs her left arm. You see Shiba go down, and she's open for another wounding attack. Oh, what next? You notice that the others engage the bandits. Another bandit is coming for you, Seppin. What is your target number to be hit?
In Earth, it is 2, and this will trigger a strike, by the way, because it's if they attack me or the person I'm guarding.
Is your strike? I'll give you your strike first.
Okay. So he comes in at me, and I'm in Earth, so that's the ring I have to use. Oh, man. This is going to help me now. This martial arts melee 3, man. I have dice to roll. Ah. I'm such an idiot.
You are an idiot, but you're our idiot, so we love you anyways.
All right. I got 2 success, 2 opportunity, and a strife.
2 success, 2 opportunity, and a strife. You successfully hit them.
Okay. Let me see.
Go ahead and describe it because they are moot or, lesser beings. I think a crit takes them out.
Yeah, they're the minion dudes. Oh, yeah, because I got 2 opportunities, so I can do a crit. Yeah. Because they can't absorb more than 5 damage or 4 damage, can they?
No, they can't absorb damage. Then when you crit them, they kind of.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to see what the crit does, or just?
Yeah, if you want to, you can.
Yeah. Let's see what the crit does, just so I have an idea of what I'm narrating here. The crit, because it's the sword. Right now, I'm only using it one-handed, so it's 5 deal. So debilitating gash. What ring was he coming at me in?
Fire.
Okay, so what weapon is he using?
Broken katana, or bad katana.
All right, so he comes at me with the katana. I'm going to push Lady Mia back with my left hand and bring that katana into his katana with my right hand parrying it, and then blade bind down the edge of the blade and cut his arm off and slash across his belly in one slice.
For the record, guys, I'm sorry about sneezing like that. I thought I was fucking muted.
No worries.
Oh, that's okay.
He goes down in just a pool of blood, dying out. They went. It is now her turn. You see Shiba is just cradling her arm and doesn't do anything. He just stands there looking up at the Akodo. Takeshi is just staring. You see the general is taking on 2 of these bandits, and he's holding his own. He doesn't have a weapon. And the captain is also getting kind of bashed up a little bit, but she's holding her own. It's now Asawa's turn. What are you going to do, Asawa?
Asawa, he does have his the Wakizashi in case he needs it, but he's actually going to go for Grasp of Earth, which is going to be a fucking 2 dice plus 3 dice. Roll here. Okay. So we'll see. I'm going to keep those 2 for sure. I got to keep. I get to keep 2 from Earth, only 2. Okay. And I have to keep those 2 to succeed. So I'm going to have 2 successes, 2 strife off of that.
Okay.
Oh, wow. My strife is really fucking high right now. Okay. I have 57 strife. That would be a really bad thing. Okay. So they need to make a TN4 fitness check or suffer prone. So I'm actually
prone.
Be a Kodo with that.
You're going to try. Oh, you're going after the Akodo instead. I thought you were going after Ben. Okay.
No, I want to knock Kodo off her ass.
Then I need to change the die roll there. 1 second.
Sorry. If we were using minis, this would have been a little easier in my brain. But I also was trying to figure out what I had here in front of me.
Fitness check. That would be Marshall, I believe. And she will keep doing. She's still in the fire stance.
Mm-hmm.
So. Okay. Exploding. Roll that again. She's got 7 successes.
If she stays
4 strife and 3 opportunities. She'll use that to take away strife.
Okay, that's fine. She doesn't fall down, but she does take damage equal to my Earth Ring. So she takes 2.
Okay, that will be eaten. So she's not hurt.
So basically, the Earth comes up and grabs her around the leg, and I'm trying to pull her down, but she somehow or another manages to keep her damn feet.
She does, and she seems to be uninjured. At that, she'll look at you as you've done that, turn back, looking at the Shiba on the ground, and tell Takeshi, "You see, marrying what a phoenix would happen. This is what would happen." And she goes back like he's going to finish her off. And is now back on top.
Okay. I will push Mia back then and say, stay close to the crowd. And I'm going to run forward and I want to use Rising Blade against the Akodo.
Rising Blade against the Akodo. Go ahead.
And 1 sec here. Rising Blade. I just had it.
Also, Sawa, you know that your clan champion who is being fighting, that they look like they're going for, not really hurt, is a diplomat, not a Bushi.
Disappearing, battle mine. Leaves. Where's this sucker? I know it's here. I just had it. Okay, there it is. Rising Blade. So it's TN3. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to change to Void, by the way.
Okay. And who are you attacking?
This is actually the Akodo.
Okay.
Now, this is a TN3 martial arts check, but it's going to get raised by 1 because of my damaged weapon.
Ooh.
Oh, come on, baby. Okay. There's a lot of dice here. 1 sec. Let me see. I'm going to keep those 2 for sure. So that's a success. Where's my other one? Ooh, so I can't. That one. I need to get another pack of dice, man. Now that I gained all these extra dice. 1, 2. So I can keep 3. It's my void ring. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, thank God it's my void ring. I would have taken 5 strife from this. 5 success are no, I'm sorry, 6 success.
Okay. So 3 carry over.
Okay, which won't matter. Rising Blade. If you succeed, you deal physical damage to the target equal to the weapon's deadliness. Against the damage, if your target cannot defend against the damage, they're compromised. They happen to be compromised by chance.
No, she's not compromised.
Okay, so it's going to be 2-hand. It is. Here's it 6 or 7. Plus 2 deadliness, so it's 7. 7 deadliness.
Okay, so she takes 3 of that. As you she brushes off her cloak, and you notice that she's wearing armor.
Oh, wait 1 second. It actually might be less because you draw it and ready. So it's one-handed. Never mind. So it's only 5. So she only takes 1.
Okay, so 1 to her. She's looking sprouty or springy, and being that it's her turn, she turns to you. I have nothing against the Seppin or the Imperials. This is a matter that must be settled. The Crane, or she didn't say that. This matter must be settled. She didn't say the Crane.
And I will say to her, well, I have something against you.
She turns and then she strikes at you. Does she strike at you or does she finish off her rifle? Choices. She yells out for her team to come, and 2 guys have come on their turn, and she's going to finish her rifle. And she will use Earth in this stance so that no crits can come her way.
Okay, question, Clay.
Yes.
Oh wait, never. Actually, I don't know. Does Shattering Parry actually require a void point? Because in the there's a discrepancy between the GM screen and the book.
Shattering. Let me double check. Critical strikes. I'll click on that.
Because I know Shattering Parry can be used. It's up to GM discretion, but it says in the actual ability, like if someone's within 1 or 2 range of you, I think you can use Shattering Parry to like risk it to save somebody else. But that would still just be re-rolling like the fitness check for a crit, and it would also be if that doesn't require a void point because I'm voidless. So there's a lot of what ifs here.
Once per game, after the character rolls dice to resist a critical strike, they may re-roll all their dice for that check, and the weapon they use for the Shattering Parry gains damage condition. At the GM's discretion, a character could instead use an unarmed. Oh, you can use your arm. You want to defend her? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, it doesn't say in it you can use it to defend somebody else close to you.
No, it doesn't, but I know there's something that says that you could do something like that.
Okay, I'm not going to use it then. She's on her own.
And it is going to be a crit because she is over her fatigue level and can't defend herself.
Well, if it is a crit, would you allow that? Would you allow me to break my weapon to do that?
Yes, I will allow you to break your weapon and do that.
Well, let's see what she rolls on her TN first.
Unrolling 9 dice, keeping 4. Okay. Okay, she'll use that. So she's got 5, 4, and 4. She'll use 2 of that to take away. The other 2 to increase so we're looking at 7, 8, 9. Successes add to that as well, or is it only opportunity?
It's only opportunity, and it's let me look real quick on Razor Edge. Razored Edge. When using a Razor Edge weapon, you may spend 1 plus opportunity to treat the deadliness of this weapon as
1 higher
per opportunity spent.
Screw it. She's going to spend 4. She's still not compromised yet, so it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Naming blow. That's what she got last time. Character severs a bleeding condition when she's already severed. She's one of the following scars. The girl is in.
And did the girl roll her TN
her fitness?
Because that's what I'll be able to make her re-roll by sacrificing my blade. But I don't even know if it's worth it.
Okay, here's her fitness roll. She's got 2 successes, so that would eliminate it from an 11, No, it's still a maiming blow.
Yeah, from an 11 to a 10.
11 to a 9. No, yeah, 10 because you got to succeed.
Yeah,
no, it is. No, it's success gives you 1, and then any extra note gives you extra 2. So she's at 9. So she's at 9.
What's her fitness pool? How many dice is she rolling?
Not very good. She's rolling 2.
Okay, never mind. No, you know what? You know what? Fuck it. I would still do it anyways. I don't care how fucking vain it is. I'm going to I'm going to shattering blow that shit. Fuck it.
Okay. You gain 3 honor. Actually, what is your glory currently?
My glory is 51.
You gain 5 honor. And she's going to reroll again. 2 and 2 is 4, but she's bleeding. And she's pretty fucked up. And she's still, she tried to go, oh, it hasn't been her turn. Oh, that's dick. If she can't do this, she migrates it by 2 again. Fuck. Okay, this is what happens. As it comes up and you coming in to defend it, you're coming up close. You know you've got this. You've done it in training. You've done it before. Hell, you've done it for Mia before in the past because she's been you've been Yojimbo to her for different situations, not of this deadliness or extreme. And you see what ends up happening is the Akoto leans in her shoulder to you. So you're coming up your blade. Your blade kind of just scrapes off her lacquered armor. She shoulders you right in the chest. Your kidneys kind of groan a little bit as she kind of rubs against that with her armor, but she's able to move you out of her way and bring her blade down. As she brings her blade down, she's adjusted it, and she takes off the other arm of the Shiba.
So she
comes down into her leg.
She still busts my weapon, though. My weapon still gets broken.
Breaks right through it. Yeah, it breaks right through it. Because it's already suffering the broken condition. Yeah, she shatters it.
So she checks me basically with her shoulder and then slices down and just breaks the fucker in half.
She comes right to the back end of the blade because she butts you down. Your blade comes up to do it. Her blade comes down and she just snaps it in the back of your blade, coming down and taking the other arm of the Shiba. And she's going to bleed out next round. And then you see the Akoto turn and says, Takeshi, help me. You know that this is right. Our love is true. And Takeshi just standing there dumbfounded, as if he's not hearing the screams coming from Shiba. And his Ashigaru being wiped out. It is now, let us see if the general survives. The general does not survive. As you guys are facing this, especially you battle-trained individuals, you see the bandit that was fighting the Noshiba, the general of the castle's armies. The bandit slips through his guard and brings up what appears to be Tonto and buries it into the chest of the general. The general is being able to handle these two individuals quite fluently. But at the last moment, this blade just enters right in his chest, probably between his ribs. Kill shot. And you just see him fall to his knees as this guy kind of holds on and brings him down. The other bandit rushing off to assist and go after the Asawa. Asawa, it is your turn. What are you going to do?
Okay, I'm going to take my move to back up to range 2 from these guys that just killed the general. I'm going to turn towards them.
Okay.
And then I'm going to lower the difficulty on this next check by 1 because that's my current skill rank. And I'm going to try to Tempest of Air these bastards.
All right.
Okay, so this is a TN2. Okay, let's see. Let's got an explosion here, so let me see what happens with that explosion dice. Yeah, sorry. God damn people, stop texting me. Okay, so I only get to keep 2 of these. Of course, I'm going to get strife on no matter how I do this. Okay, so 2 success, 2 strife is what that's going to shake out to. Okay, sorry. Let's see, what can I do with air? Okay. Basically, it'll be a TN3 to hit me next time. So they take 2 supernatural damage and must make a TN4 fitness check or be disoriented.
Okay, is that the one that killed? You're going after the one that killed the general?
Yeah, both of them. It's all targets within distance 2 to 3 that I'm facing.
Okay, let me bring up one of my fancy ones, since that's who you're attacking.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to have to unmask in a minute because I'm going to be fucking compromised.
He'll use, because he was in that frame error, your edge in. Okay. Okay, one fails, one succeeds on the dot. So what happens if they succeed?
Nothing. If they don't succeed, they're disoriented.
Okay. The other one is disoriented. The one that was approaching you is disoriented. He got the blunt of your winds.
So that's fine with me. That's all I can do. And then I got to take the 2 strife, and then that's all I can do. So,
are you compromised at this moment?
No, I'm at 9 of 10.
Okay. Remember, unmasking is once per scene, so if you go compromised again, you got to make it out to survive the scene.
Yep.
Okay. But something tricks you as you see that guy behind move. Something's tickling your brain that you've seen that before. As that guy kind of just slides out of the way, almost like grease.
Nice.
And we are back on top.
Okay, just so you know what disoriented.
Oh no, we're at the. Go ahead. What's disoriented do?
Increase the target number of their movement support action checks by 2. If they don't take a movement or support action, they remove disoriented.
Okay, he's going to try to go after you, so it'll be increased by 2. Okay, very good, very good. Stefan, it is your turn. You have no weapon before you. The katana is out of reach.
No problem. I am switching to water stance.
Okay.
So let me perform one additional action that does not require a check. So I am going to... Actually, one sec here. Doesn't require a check. I don't know if that'll work or not. Oh, wait. Yes, it will. The action cannot share a type. Ooh, it cannot share another type with an action already used in this turn. Actually, one sec here. Let me check. What? Because guard is a support action. All right, never mind. I'm not going to use water stance. I'm going to go into... Ooh, this is getting really bad. I'm going to go into air stance. And I will use my movement to go to the katana.
Okay.
And let me see what Crescent Moon Style says exactly. What it says exactly.
Exactly. Good, because I'll probably have to use this myself.
175. Crescent Moon Style. So I think prepare. Prepare is a prepare item. As a spare action, you may use this prepare one item for use. Ready a weapon in a grip of your choice or stow an item. All right. So I'm going to ready the katana to use. And that'll be it for now.
Okay. On her turn. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, not much else he can do, is there?
Technically, yeah, because... No, I can't, because Rising Blades draw. If it would let you like grab the blade off of something else and strike with it, I could try to strike her, but it's drawing only.
Go. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Clay. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
It is now her turn. And she turns and... Keshi, will you come with me? Will you stop this bloodshed? Now, at this, I want to ask the two of you, back at the party, when he asked you guys a question, The hypothesis of that. It was my understanding that you told him to choose his
Duty.
heart over. You chose duty.
Yeah, we both told him duty, I think.
I do believe so as well.
Okay.
Because I think he seemed disappointed that we didn't suggest he just go like do whatever he wanted.
Pretty much.
Takeshi goes forward. Stands in between you and her with no weapon and tells her, I cannot go with you. My duty was to marry Shiba-san. You have taken that duty from me. Please leave or cut me down. And he is starting. I gotta bring up my chart here. He is trying to compel her ass. Appeal to a person. Okay, this is what he's trying to do. So he's starting his own intrigue here with her. So that is what he's trying to do with Amisis combat. That isn't stopping her minions, but it stops her from doing anything this turn, as he is trying to appeal to her. It is now them. You see that the guard captain has taken down her final man and has turned. She's just realizing that the general is dead. She bellows out, "No, father!" And that surprises you because their names are different. Or uncle, excuse me, uncle. So it won't surprise you. And she charges forth, no weapon, because they have no weapon. And she is going to tackle the one that is disoriented, attacking the Sawa. And I will roll her unarmed. She succeeds. And she tackles him down, and they're roughhousing into the ground. Asawa, it is your turn. No, it's not your turn. I take that back. You see the guy that you try to knock down stop. Deer in the headlights look upon him. He's got mud and other grease in his face, in his hair, and his clothes. He's got a bag at his side, and he looks around. And this is what gets you as well. Something that you recognized before. He slips over the side of the bridge and rolls out of view.
Nice.
We are now at the Asawa's turn.
Okay. So I just realized something I could have been doing the whole damn time, and I'm saddened that I didn't realize it. I could have been channeling, and I haven't been.
That
doing
is true.
I totally didn't realize I've been doing it. Okay. So I'm gonna step into. I'm gonna step into water here, and I'm going to try. I'm going to walk over to. You said Sheba. Is the Sheba still up? I thought you said she was still up.
She's bleeding out. What are you going to do? She'll be dead next turn. Her arms have been severed. Both arms have been severed. Yeah. Still clutching the Yari.
Yeah. That's not going to help her. I'm trying to see who all took damage here. Andrew, did you take damage when your katana broke?
No. She hasn't attacked me yet either, so I'm perfectly fine. At least I'm as fine as I was when I entered the battle.
Okay. That's fine. Then I'll go into Earth. I was trying to see what I should do here. And what I'm going to do with my Earth here is I'm going to try to grab this bastard with the Earth underneath him. The last guy that I didn't knock down last round. Okay, so hang on, I got an explosion here. Oh, that's not an explosion. I'm sorry.
Kyle, if you're trying to get the guy you didn't knock down, he fled.
Okay, the guy I did knock down, then that's fine. Either one of them.
Yeah, he's wrestling. The guy you did not disorient is wrestling with the captain of the guard.
Okay, that's fine because I can target with this spell. Okay. So I'm going to get 2 successes, is what I need. I've got him.
Okay.
He gets 2 supernatural damage and needs a TN4 fitness check.
He fails.
Okay, so he's prone. I knock him prone. And then I'm going to channel my 3 black dice right here. which will give me 2 successes, 2 strife, and a opportunity.
Okay, so with when you rolled this is your original roll, yeah?
Yes, that's my original roll. So next time I roll, I won't roll my 3 black dice, my 3 dice for my skill. I'll just roll my Earth Ring dice, and I'll have what'll happen is I'll have already.
They replace what you have, yeah.
Yes, as it has to be from the ring that I'm channeling, so I have to use an Earth action to do it to cast a spell on Earth.
This just you bring those successes and whatever you rolled into the play, yeah. So you automatically get those for those dice. Okay, I see.
Yeah. So basically, what it does is it has to be, I have to, like in this case, I have to use Grasp of Earth because I don't have any other Earth spells.
Okay. Okay, they did their thing. You did yours. Back on top. What are you going to do, Seppin? You notice that Mia is with the rest of the group. She's standing next to Soshi, and they seem to be talking. And Soshi looks like he is trying to push Mia further on the bridge along with the Phoenix Clan champion. And he's kind of taken some bruising. He's kind of defended them while you guys are doing your thing this round.
The bride, has she had both of her arms chopped off?
Yep, they've been severed.
I mean, even if it was possible for me to save her at that point, I don't think that would be a mercy. Like living,
and you'd be
society.
passing. Hey, it's up to you. But you'd have to pass Takeshi and Akoto to get to her.
Well, Akoto's just standing there flabbergasted, right?
Yeah, as they're talking, yeah. So you'd have to pass them. So yeah, you could easily get to her.
No. And you know what? I'm gonna make sure Takashi doesn't die. Oh wait, actually, what are the other bandits doing? You said Asawa's kind of in bad shape.
No, so the other bandits, the one that killed the general slipped out, and something's ringing in your head that you've seen that before. The killing blow that he did and the slipping out, his movements have triggered something in your mind. You just haven't realized what. The other bandits, seeing what's going on, have kind of stopped. And you're assessing the battle. They weren't really trying very hard to go after the Phoenix Clan champion or the Mia, but with the Akoto, Damatsu, that's her real name, Damatsu no Akoto, they've kind of stopped and they're pulling away from you guys.
You know what? I'm going to take the guard action then and guard Takashi.
Okay.
So it's a TN1 tactics check. I'm going to do it in void. So keep 3. I will keep those 3. Supposed to exploded. Okay. So I got 2 success. One sec here. Let me put this in the chat. I got 2 success. 2, 3 opportunity. 4 strife, but I don't take the strife. So Crescent Moon. When you perform guard action, you may spend opportunity in this way. All right. So I will put then I will put all my opportunity into guard. And with the guard check, if you succeed, your guard target until the beginning of next turn increase the TN attack against the guard by 1. So I didn't get enough bonus successes. I lacked 1 to do it. So Takashi raises his TN by 1, and I'm guarding him.
Okay. It is now her turn. She's lowered her katana down. Takeshi steps forward, and they're talking. She's reassuring about his duty, that he must do it. You also look down, and you notice that the Shiva has bled out. She's kind of fallen forward. You know, she's on her knees and stuff. Now she's kind of falling forward. The cries of the mom, Lady Chosi, is just ripping through the air. And Takeshi tells her, and you hear this because you're nearest to him and you're guarding him. Run, Rika, or whoever you are. And Rika runs. But she does, before she runs, she looks at all of you. I will remember you, Seppin. Dejima, yeah, is your name?
Yeah, it's Dojima.
I will remember you, Seppin Dejima. She turns to you, Asawa. I will remember you, Asawa. Aren't you Shodai?
Shohei.
She turns to the two of you. She turns to Mia. Basically, she turns to the Mia, the Soshi. I will remember you all. My feud is now expanded. Tears in her eyes, she turns, and you have crushed what I was willing to give. And she flees.
And I will say stoically as she runs away, very quietly, like I'm not going to shout it. I'm going to say, fool. Once I get back to the Imperial Center, everybody will know about what you've done here. You'll be hunted the rest of your life.
And you just see her run off into the bamboo forest around. The bandits run like hell, unless you want to give chase. The aftermath of the battle is the Ashigaru are dead.
On Clay.
He's locked up, but the captain just guts it, or actually rips him apart, just starts tearing into him. I'm going to hang him. He's mine. And if anyone goes there, she is rabid. She's lost her shit.
I will
what
check.
are you guys doing?
I'll check the condition of the bride. I know she's dead, but I mean, Andrew Nab knows she's dead, but I'll like kneel down and go through the process of it.
You know not to touch her, because you dishonor not only yourself but Mia. But she's dead. You notice that the blood is no longer pumping out of her system.
What I'll do is I'll take the katana, Clay, and I'll put it up next to her mouth to see if there's any breath on it, like classic action movie style.
No breath.
So Clay.
Yes,
I want to actually walk over, since she's family, and see if I can sense through void whether or not her spirit has actually completely left her.
Go ahead, give me a commune with Kami check.
Let me see. I gotta remember how that works. Give me a second. I gotta get back to rituals real quick. Those are they're after technique. Damn it! This is ridiculous. This is where it gets really ridiculous because you gotta find the pages that. No, those are invocations. Okay, hang on a second. Gotta remember what page the damn ritual's on because I don't remember exactly how it works. Page 212. There we go. Of course, because I don't ever remember anything. 212. Okay, so commune with Kami. Andrew can finish whatever he's doing while I'm looking at this.
Yeah, I'll stand.
What would you like to do, sir?
I'll stand up and I'll look at Takahashi and bow my head solemnly and say, Sumi no Doji Takashi. I'm sorry, but she is dead.
I have one explosion.
He just looks defeated, as if he's just given up. The Phoenix Clan champion does approach, and he is the highest ranking, highest station individual. You've done well, Seppin-san.
Okay. So Clay, the way this work is I've got 3 successes, 3 strife because I'm in void. I don't take any strife on this. I get 3 effects because I have 3 successes.
Okay.
So we're going to sense the Kami. First, I want to make sure there are void Kami present, which they should.
You sense them in the area.
Yeah,
you're right before the shrine.
And then I'm going to request 2 pieces of knowledge. First, I want to make sure the Sheba has her soul is going to the right spot. I want to make sure that she has died with honor, basically.
You believe that she is going to the heavenly realm?
To the heavenly realm. And the second thing I want to know is if the Kami are capable of it, dictating the state of the soul of the Akoto at this point? Is she tainted? Is she somehow or another condemning herself?
Undecided.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't figure I was going to get that one, but I could ask the question anyways.
No, you're good.
All right. Andrew can run along with whatever he wanted to do. I just want to get that done.
You see the Phoenix Clan champion come, and he says, "We should retire this tragedy." Officials from the shrine come out. You see priests and monks come, and it looks like Sheba is kind of taking charge and is directing folks on what needs to be done. What are you doing, Seppin?
The bride was Itsuo, right? Sheba Itsuo.
Yep.
I will say then to the Phoenix Clan champion as they come over and they say we should retire. I will kind of like motion them over for an aside if they'll speak to me for a second.
He'll come over along with Mia.
And I'll say to the Phoenix Clan champion is Asako.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say to Asako, I'll give him like a bow, like way more humble of a bow than I probably even should. And I'll say, Sheba Itsuo fought like a warrior, even though she wasn't. It was a very brave death, and there is a great deal of shame that hangs on me as a guard not being able to protect her.
He'll turn and say, "It was not." He's young. He's probably younger than you, a lot younger than you. He says, "It was not your duty to protect her." And you see the captain of the guard is kind of in the area. He's kind of looking at her, and she just nods. "This is a great tragedy. It is going to be a large headache in the courts. My clan must step away from this alliance with the Crane." Again, Doji no Sume is not there. He's kind of still just in shock, watching probably where he thinks Akoto went.
At this point, I'm going to approach the clan champion and tell him that we need to make preparations to properly consume the body, because the kami have informed me that she has died with honor and she deserves a proper burial.
All things in their time, Asawa-san. Let us get these others out of here. The monks and priests can do with the body of our fallen.
To which I'm going to respond, any of the dead bandits or dead traitors at this point should be treated with utmost contempt. They had no honor.
His nostril flares a little bit as if you're reciting something he knows. Of course. And he steps away. He steps away from the two of you to do his thing. Mia is just watching, because she is only 11. Quite smart for her age, but she's just watching. And so it takes time. They clean up, and you guys are. We'll take a quick break here, and then we'll wrap things up. But basically, you guys are on your way back to the castle. And then we will. Yes.
I will, Clay, before we leave, I'm going to keep that Ronin's katana, but I will recover my broken blade, both pieces of it.
With your ancestral spirits being there, like, I can't remember what happens here with your ancestral spirits. There's a ritual you can do to transfer the spirit to a new blade, but you have to get a swordsman or a sword crafter to do it.
Yeah, I'm probably like, I don't know what I'm going to do with the Ronin's blade. I don't think I'll keep it though, just because it's that.
Well, I'm not suggesting keeping it, but at some point you need to get a new blade forged.
Oh yeah, I'm going to. I will for sure.
Not a problem. Mia helps you. She's down there. Oh, you missed a spot. You missed a piece.
And I'll say to her, Yeah, this blade was damaged pretty badly by that Ronin when him and his bandits ambushed me. They nearly killed me, you know.
She gives you a look, smiles, and then says, "Well, we should get walking back."
And I'll say, Mia, I'm sorry that
Yeah.
I caused you any dishonor in this whole affair. I've not availed myself very well. I kind of got sidetracked and focused in on this plot, and I think I did so at your expense. I'm very sorry for that.
She looks at you, and she does kind of put her hand on your arm. It is okay. Some things can be forgiven. And as she walks away, says, "But I do not think my father will be so forgiving, or my mother." And then she's kind of out of earshot.
And yeah,
It'd be rude to yell back at her.
you'll see the classic anime like my teeth and my eyes will flare.
And they lead. You guys are being led back. You notice that Soshi is leading Takeshi along with the Phoenix Clan champion as they're trying to talk with him. But he's kind of like the Walking Dead. He's just being led by them, and he's kind of as if he knows he's walking to his own funeral. And we will end it there. Time will pass a little bit, so you guys can get cleaned up in different things, and we'll cut open to the scene of court being held by Takeshi.
Oh boy.
Okay, gentlemen, we'll take a 5 minute because I got to go let my whistle there.
I totally am ready for court. My character has no skills for court.
Hey, don't worry. I'm sure I'll expose a plot in court and get us in trouble.
Again, how many times are you going to get us attacked?
I don't know. That was a pretty blazoned, I think a pretty blazoned run through of that module, because we got that fucking sent pretty early on and then just fucking harassed it till it blew up.
Well, I didn't help anything by straight up accusing her of besmirching her honor by sicking that guy on us.
Yeah, she was going to try to play games with me, but then when you pulled out your fan and started insulting her, she was just like, fuck it.
Okay. Stabby, stabby. I got my cousin murdered. Congrats.
Yeah, too bad that geisha's a fucking murder hobo. I'm pretty sure she could have killed me.
That's definitely a overheard at the game table moment. Too bad that geisha's a murder hobo. I don't think I could have put it better myself, good sir.
That bitch was, dude, rolling fucking 9 dice. She had like a 5 martial arts melee and a 4 fire. A geisha. What are the folks at FFG are smoking, man? They're smoking something powerful.
I always misspell Geisha. God, I always misspell that word. Why do we always have weird things happen in our games? Just asking for a friend. That's awesome, dude.
I don't know. That was definitely this one and the last one were both hyper aggressive sessions of calling out people and exposing things in a very confrontational way.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
I'm sure though she was gonna be like, during the wedding, she was gonna be like, I object, or something retarded, because she had those bandits with her. So,
dude, like, how the fuck? Like, we really got to talk to the Crane, because for being a castle, there's a shit ton of bandits here.
Yeah, fucking attack bandits on the road, get attacked by bandits on the way to the geisha house, get attacked by bandits on the way to the wedding.
We got to talk to them about fucking castle security.
This module should have been just called Bandits.
Bandits and pissed off geisha. That would have been perfectly fine with me. That's great. By the way, I have 9 fucking strife right now. Just for the record. Going going into a fucking court setting, I have 9 strife.
Yeah, better
Okay,
not
gentlemen,
be the edge.
I am back. I hope you guys did what you needed to do. Hope you guys are having fun, and we will
Oh, I'm
continue.
gonna have even more fun, Clay, because I'm gonna unmask in court. I have 9 strife.
So, the sun is starting to set when this is all said and done. Preparations have been made, challenges have been stated, and whatnot. And you all are gathered to the courtyard of Kyotei Castle. You see, as you guys are being led in, again, you're being announced in different things, but there's something different in the air. I'm going to say that as time elapses, you guys have done different things, and 2 weeks have gone by. Mia has kept a tight rein on you there, Sepin. So during this time, your strife will go down. No strife, no fatigue. You guys are back up. And with that, 2 weeks have passed. Representatives of the Lion have been called forth. Mia's parent, her mother and father, are in residence. The Sepin that were supposed to arrive and the Asawa and the Unicorn are in residency. It is a big event. Who is summoning me? Someone is summoning me. 1 second. Okay. And it is a big event. You guys are being led in with your representatives. And what you see is a long, instead of a red carpet, it is a white carpet. At the center is a small stone table with white cloth laid across it, candles at each end. And everyone is seated around it on each end of this. And where the master, lord of the castle, sits, you see Mia's father is taking control of this area and is leading this court. Mother, again, where Mia is in her area, everyone is here to witness the seppuku of Takeshi. You guys have been summoned to bear witness on what you've seen and heard. Basically, they are going to call out his wrongdoings and what has happened and what he has confessed to. What are you guys going to do?
Part of me wants to stand up and like do a really loud cheer and see if we can start to wave while he's killing himself. But another part of me says that this is a solemn occasion and I should keep my damn mouth shut.
That would be a good thing.
I'm gonna stare at him very, very intently and see if he has the gumption not to scream. I know he's a coward because he let his bride get cut down in front of him before he tried to stop it.
As you enter to give testimony, go ahead.
I'm going to stare at him in dishonor.
Okay, as you give testimony, you know that Mia's father is not too thrilled with you, Sepin, as you step forward. He has not seen you for the entire week that he has been here. You've been sent on basically bullshit detail while he has been here, but this is the first time seeing him, and he looks gruff, a stone amongst the sea. And he says, Sepin, stand forth and testify of what you know of this, so that this man's honor can be cleansed.
What's her father's name?
Jerican.
Jerican.
I will write that down.
Okay, so I will. He asked me for my account of what happened.
Yes.
So I will step forward, and this is only pertaining to Takashi, or everything that happened the entire time we were here.
He asks you this as you're kind of thinking about how do I do this and not screw it up. He says, "Did the Lions Yojimbo attack you and Asawa the night before the wedding?
Aye, Mia Jerkin, is as you say.
Did a lion kill Shiva's daughter?
And that's the bride?
Yep.
Aye, it is as you say.
Did Sumi do anything? Did Takeshi do anything to defend his soon-to-be bride?
You'll see me tense up a little bit, and I will say, Takashi was slow to defend the bride, but quick to forgive the woman that killed her.
At that, you see that Takashi kind of tighten up a little bit. That is all. Sawa-san, step forward.
I'm going to very cautiously step forward.
Now, Mia, Nameko's father is a kind of no-nonsense kind of dude. He's been a general in the Imperial Legions for some time. And he turns to you and says, were you attacked on the road leading to a geisha house the night before the wedding?
I'm going to reply with a curt nod and a what would be his proper honorific? Just curious.
Sama. He's not your
Sama.
lord. Yeah, Sama
okay.
is the thing.
So I would just reply, yes, Sama.
That is all. By imperial decree, to clean up this matter, Takeshi-san, you are allowed to commit seppuku in the eyes of these witnesses. Who is your second? And standing forth is the father of the bride. I will second him to make sure the deed is done. And they start to proceed to clear away. Again, he strips himself down, takes out his arms out of his kimono and lets it hang like a kilt. And he gets ready to commit the deed. What is your guys' look?
I'm actually, while I'm looking at him, my eyes are actually a little bit blazing with some form of savage content. Sheba or not, the bride was a phoenix, and she deserves some type of closure, and some type of punishment needs to be meted out.
Are you saying that out loud?
Oh, no. This is all in the way I look. Super dour, super... I can't help but show a little bit of aggression and a little bit of just content at the fact that somebody's taking the brunt of the punishment for this.
What about you, Seppin? As this happens, do you do anything, say anything?
I will describe Seppin's look as he studies Takashi and watches for the killing moment as Tenchu. It is a heavenly punishment. I want to see if this man's even a coward in his death.
Takeshi goes about doing it. A moment later, he starts to wince as if he's going to embarrass himself and not do it completely. You see the father raise the blade up, preparing to strike. Go ahead and give me a tactics check. The two of you guys can give me a tactics check.
Okay. Can it be whatever ring?
Whatever ring you want to do. Basically, you're trying to figure something out.
I'm gonna go with a withstand here because I'm actually trying not to like cheer at the fact that this fucker is dead. I will take that because that is 2 successes, 2 opportunity.
Ooh, blank. Okay, I got 3 successes, 3 strife, 1 opportunity, but I'm void, so those strife don't count.
You notice that the bride's father hesitates longer than he should to cut him down. You see Takeshi groan. The deed has been done. The payback has been done, and he cuts his head off.
So he let him embarrass himself before he finished him off.
Yes. You're supposed to cut his head off. You're his second. You're supposed to cut his head off before the action. But he hesitated. It appears that others did not see such.
Now, though, I mean, clearly it's dishonorable as a second because the point of the second's to spare him from doing that. But I would still think, like, if Takashi was like a real man, someone with real honor, he would have been able to do it just by himself, right?
Yep.
I'll snort then.
Okay. What about you, Asawa?
Why do you always ask me a question while I'm chewing? I'm taking a savage amount of pleasure in his death, but at the same time, as I'm very cautiously trying not to show it.
Okay.
And I've actually got a, that half smile you can get once you watch somebody that you really hate get hurt, but you know it's really terrible. Yeah, I've got one of those.
Okay. So, at that, the court session ends, and Mia introduces the cousin of Takeshi. His castle still belongs to the Crane. You see some of the line representatives. There's another Akoto there and his representatives. Don't say anything. The war between your clans is still going forth. That is the law, or that is the word of the Emperor, and that is my decision under the duty that I have been given. You see the father is he's about to say something, and the Mia kind of just stares him down. The Emperor says there is to be no blood feud between the Crane and the Phoenix for this, between the Shiba and the Sume. And the father just kind of goes back to his seat and sits down, pissed off, but tries to control himself.
Ooh, I'm gonna look visibly troubled by that announcement.
I'm not sure I'm okay with this because the Crane are directly responsible for the death of the Shiba.
Yeah, this is fucked up. This is some fucked up shit. Like, that doesn't set well. That definitely doesn't set well with the Seppin, and he would show it on his face. There's no outburst, but it clearly annoyed him.
And since Ishizawa is all about being enlightened, the enlightened thing to do here would be allow the families to settle their disputes without imperial entanglement. This is the emperor attempting to tell them how to settle their dispute.
You gonna bring that up?
Oh, I mean, he's not going to say it. He's not that stupid, but he definitely feels that particularly that the Phoenix are getting the short end of the stick here.
Yeah, because the death of a coward, that's worth nothing. That man was absolute shit anyways. Couldn't even protect his own bride. Who cares about him taking his own life?
But only you knew that he let him go. Are you going to say that out? Remember, only you, Seppin, know that he allowed her to escape. To everyone else, it looked like she fled.
Well, I said to Mika's father when he asked me that he was slow to protect the bride, but quick to forgive the Akoto. So I think I've already casted enough doubt. I'm not going to overtly say it.
Very good. This adds to the flavor now that you guys are catching on to some. Very good. Very good. And with that, court is ended unless you guys say anything else.
No, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I figure I've done enough damage.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are fade out. And the last things that will be brought up is that night, I will cut to both of you. As you're preparing for your evening and night rituals before going to sleep, we'll cut to you, Asawa. As you faded off into dreams, your dream that you get is of this. You see that same group of crane flying overhead. Same dream you had last time. You see the lion, the dead lion that rose up and fought the crane. Almost like a phoenix rising from the dead, so to speak. You see the lion, that lioness that had stood up and fought, run off. And you see Scorpion, at least the claw of one in the shadows, stop and follow the lion. And then your dream fades out and you pass away into sleep. Over to you, Stepan. As you enter your room after your nightly rituals of training or katas or whatnot, inside is Mia Namiko. And she seems to be sitting at the small table in your room. Door is open. It was closed when you left, but it's open now. Ah, Stepan-san. Come in. It's your room. Come in.
I'll walk in and say, greetings, Lady Mia.
It seems that you and Asawa-san are not happy with the outcome of such events.
I would not doubt the wisdom of the Empire. I, however, feel deeply compassionate for the plight that the Phoenix have suffered here today. If I was Nasawa, it would pain me grievously not to know that I was able to exact my vengeance.
Ah, but then you'd be dishonoring the clan champion of the Phoenix if he agreed to such. To doubt him is not be a good thing. No, no, no. And also the outburst of the father. Oh, wait, you were not there. And she covers her mouth. She loses a little honor because she's spilling shit, i.e. gossip, in front of you. Oh, no, forget that I said such.
I'll say, I understand what you're saying, Lady Mia. You're obviously very wise in these matters. However, I'll tell you something I should perhaps not tell you. And
yes, as she looks at you like you're going to offer her candy.
And I'll say, the bride was a Shiba. The clan champion is an Asako. I'm not sure I would be okay with his judgment.
Ah, I am a Mia. You are a Seppin. But who runs our clan? The Emperor. We are Imperials.
Indeed, but a blood feud, and I'll look up stoically towards the heavens, is between a family and a family.
Ah,
I would just
correct.
like to see them have justice. That's all.
But why would the Shiva have an effect with the one doing it? The man responsible is dead, as honor dictates. Would you then go after the cousin? Reparations are going to happen, but that is money and other things that the Crane are going to lose. Those are courtly matters. Something, and she kind of touches, like she's going to reach for your hand, but doesn't. That is something that is above us.
Oh, wait a second.
Let us say that things were made. Things are in the works, she says, with a sweet smile.
I'm grievously confused now. There was going to be a blood feud between the Crane and the Phoenix? Because I was thinking of a blood feud between the Phoenix and the Lion.
Oh, no. There was...
No, I'm saying that to you, Clay. I'm like really confused at this point.
No, right now is the Lion are denying it. The blood feud is it was brought up and argued that the Crane failed in their duties to protect the guests, the bride, and everything else.
The
Lion have got something shitty going on, but right now, that's why he said the battle with the Lion and the Crane will continue. The alliance, and this is court stuff that you guys didn't get, has been null and void. You got the Phoenix have pulled away from the Crane at this time.
Oh, I'm not gonna argue with her then. I'll just act like she was right and schooled me. I wouldn't have even imagined they would have had a blood feud with the Crane. I don't even care about that. What I care about is the bride's family getting revenge on the family of that Akodo.
Funny thing is the Akoto are saying that they are not. She is not Akoto. The Desmu family, as she stated who she was, has been killed. Technically, and she goes, technically raising a figure, the Lion have gotten away on a technicality. I do not believe it is over, but at this point, it is, as they say, at a impasse.
Well, unfortunately for them, their technicality is living and breathing and still walking around. It's really.
I imagine she'll be hunted down. She'll be hunted down. She is a outlaw. She is banned. She'll be hung if found. And if the Lion find her, that would be a gift to the Phoenix. But again, right now, the Emperor has hinted that there will be no blood feud with the Phoenix and the Crane. That is the outcome at this time.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think there should be a blood feud between the Phoenix and the Crane. My issue is with that Akoto.
Maybe you'll find her in the future. She is quite dastardly, being a geisha, and she says that with a giggle. Anyway, I've impeded on you long enough. And she hops up, pats you on the shoulder, and leaves. And as you kind of lay down, the Soji screen opens. And in the open Soji screen, as you're laying down, as you're about to fall asleep, but your instincts kick in the doorway, you see Mia's father. And all he is staring down at you. And he slowly closes the screen before you can talk. The last thing you see are his eyes reflected in the firelight.
I'll shoot him. You know what? I'll wait till the door is barely open and I can barely see his eyes, and then I'll shoot him murderous intent.
You just shoot your boss. He just shuts the screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it like right before the screen closes because I want him to think of whether or not he's hallucinating.
Deniability, huh? Deniability. I was sleeping and you were staring at me.
I mean, it's pretty seedy, but I want him to think like, oh, maybe he's a little dangerous.
But then it just closes and the scene fades. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the wedding at Kyotei Castle. I hope you two enjoyed it. We are going to continue with these guys in the next game we do, but I will give you out your experience and different things at the end. And the next game we play, we'll be picking up with 4th edition L5R, the continuation of our Bushido game with our Emerald Champion or Emerald Magistrate and whoever Kyle decides to play.
Yeah, Kyle's probably going to have to bring in a new character because right now he doesn't remember how he had that old character built, and that old character has kind of resolved most of his story arc now that he's recovered his honor.
Sounds good. So I will send over information later on top of what you've gathered. Hope everyone enjoyed watching. If you're watching later, thank you for the one guy who watched us previously. Thank you. Thanks to my players, and we will cut it here.